Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, which today begins with the presenter, as usual, making little sense, talking in riddles, and jumping from one unlikely subject to the other in a higgledy-piggledy manner that bodes ill for the future of broadcasting in this province. Let's start the programme. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Have I to say hello?
No, that's them all answering across the country. We wait for them, we give them the decency. Good morning, everyone. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is 08459 555 678. The email address is jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. And the text messaging address, 81771. Do you notice that little emphasis there? It'll bring the people in.
Yeah.
You know, be nice. Right, jokes for smart people.
Frost was very bright. Or is very bright.
He is very bright, yeah.
During that interview with Nixon, it was great.
But he was also, in his early career, nobody liked him, you know.
So?
Somebody said about him that he rose without trace.
That's good.
Because nobody ever thought he was any good, you see.
Aye.
And he was surrounded by all these geniuses, like Peter Cook and all those guys, and they didn't like him. And apparently, who was it said? Peter Cook, I think it was. He said that one of the great regrets in his life was that he saved David Frost from drowning.
Oh, dear.
And apparently he did. Apparently there was some kind of party, and, there was a bit of sherbet on the go.
That's right.
And apparently David Frost was in swimming. I think it was Peter Frost. Yeah, Peter Cook, Peter Frost. I'm sure it was Peter Cook. And Frost was actually got into trouble and was actually drowning. And Peter Cook spotted this and dived in and pulled him out. And he said he regretted it his whole life.
He sure is Peter Cook. Peter Cook strikes me as the sort of person to be afraid of water, like a cat.
Well, apparently he saved David Frost.
Can't see him. Can you see Big Cookie?
Cookie? Is that what they called him?
I just
made that up.
Can you see him jumping into the water?
Yes, I can see it.
I can't see it. I can see him shouting.
Can you see David Walliams swim in the channel?
Who?
David Walliams.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Well, you see, but could you see that before he swam the channel? Before he swam the channel, would you ever say, look, see that guy there? He's an athlete.
No.
You would never have thought that. Right, jokes. I want to try these out on you. This is a series called Jokes for Smart People. Do you know the way I hate jokes?
Yes.
Of any kind? There's some jokes that not everybody gets. Now, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing if you don't get this. It depends on how long it takes you to get these jokes.
But I've only one ear.
Have you?
Still got the ear, you see.
The old Van Gogh impression's coming along well.
Yeah.
Right, see if you get these. What do we want? Bigger placards. When do we want them? No.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I know. I
That's
understand.
okay. It's okay. That's all right.
I didn't think you were waiting for a reaction.
No. If you get it, just say yes.
Okay, right.
What do we want? Bigger placards.
Yes,
When do we want them? No.
No W. Right, okay.
You see, a lot of people out there haven't got that yet.
Yeah.
These are jokes for smart people. BBC News. An ultralight plane has crashed into a Ferris wheel in a village north of Sydney, trapping 4 people. Australian officials say some people dream of being a pilot, others simply fail to see the attraction.
He didn't see the wheel?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's good so far. I believe a lot of conflict in the Wild West could have been avoided completely if cowboy architects had made their towns big enough for everybody. No?
It's not bad.
I know, it's all right.
This town ain't big enough for both of us.
Yes, this town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Yeah. I know, that's okay.
I like that.
I like it
See,
too.
a lot of people don't get those jokes.
I like that.
A lot of people don't get those jokes. That's what I'm saying. It's one of some of these jokes for smart people. And I'm not saying that we are smart people.
No.
But all I'm saying, I have had time to study them, and I realise why that they call them jokes for smart people.
Yeah, but
because if you go to a pub and say, "What do you want? Bigger placards? When do we want them?" No.
Yes.
What's he going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to look at you as if he's going, "What are you drinking?" I'd say, "Large brandy, please."
Yes.
Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, which today sees the presenter grappling with his conscience in the act of attempting to supply answers to a questionnaire which seems biased against him. They're out to get him. Very revealing questions, so you should read these and give the listeners a benchmark of your own personality and social form. And I suggest that perhaps Sean should adjudicate on any categories necessary. So these are things that that you're advised not to do. I want to ask you if I do them.
Right.
And if the answer is yes, I tick it, right? So a successful outcome is not out of 48.
Right.
Right. I'm going to say, this is the thing, this is what it says in it. Never exaggerate.
You do.
Never point at another.
You do.
Never betray a confidence.
No. Yes.
Never laugh at the misfortunes of others.
Yes.
I want you to think for a little while before you answer, okay? It looks better. Never give a promise that you do not fulfill.
Yes.
Think a bit, I said. Think a bit. Don't be a meat. You're answering before I finish the question. Never send a present hoping for one in return.
Yes.
He's a little doubt about that.
Yeah,
Can I make that a maybe?
Aye. Put a question mark on there. Because you never send presents.
That's right. That's why
the
that
thing
doesn't
you say.
apply.
No.
That's null and void.
Yeah.
Never speak much of your own performances.
Oh, gee. Right.
There's no need to answer that, really.
No.
What's the answer, though, for the band from the bouquet? Yes. Never fail to be punctual at the time appointed. Now, I think I'm punctual.
No, you're far from punctual.
It's a yes, then. Never make yourself the hero of your own story.
Who wrote these questions?
I think they wrote them with me in mind. Never pick the teeth or clean the nails
Yes.
in company. And there's one other thing, or fart.
Right, yes.
I don't even have to ask you that.
No.
Never fail to give a polite answer to a civil question. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Never present a gift saying that it is of no use to yourself.
Yes.
I always do that, don't I? Here, take this like I don't want it. Never read letters which you find addressed to others.
You do it all the time.
Never fail if a gentleman of being... I think
What?
I sense I sense a no here.
Right.
I sense never fail of being polite and civil to ladies. I do that.
Yes.
But I have a motive.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
It's not because I'm a gentleman, it's because I'm a lecher. Okay, that's two.
What's the two? That's only one.
The other one, never send a present hoping for one in return.
Oh, no. Because you don't send presents.
Never call attention to the features or form of anyone present. Never refer to a gift you have made or favour you have rendered. In other words, don't be casting stuff up. Yes.
You do it all the time.
No, this is like a personality profile.
There's a wee call pending.
Ah, stop. Can't you see I'm enjoying myself? Never associate with bad company.
Yes, of course. Why do you think they closed your hut down on the key?
Never give the key to your hut to anyone else. Never look over the shoulder of another who is reading or writing.
Yes.
I do that all the time. What are you doing? What are you looking at? Never... Well, no, this is a tricky one. Never appear to notice a scar, deformity, or defect of anyone present.
Eyebrows,
I've
bad
done that.
legs.
I've done that
Yes.
today already.
Yes.
Talk turns inevitably to television, and finding nothing of interest there seeks refuge in the lexicon of the Ulster Scots. It plays well. The natives join in with various suggestions as to what various archaic words mean. Well, it helps to pass the time. Did you not watch Dennis Murray's programme? I missed it. I taped it. I'm going to watch it.
And I didn't want to say this, but you've dragged this out of me. I was disappointed.
You started talking about
I
television.
was disappointed in it.
Dennis
I
Murray,
like-
it's a three-parter.
I like Dennis Murray ever so much.
Yeah, so do I. That's why I'm going to watch it tonight. Is it
Is
not
he on
great?
tonight again?
It's a three-part. No, I recorded it,
Oh,
so I can watch it again. But not everybody has to watch it again. I'm the only one. I'll use my Sky Plus. It's a wonderful thing for a man who's skinned a beaver. Have you ever skinned anything?
I plucked a chicken.
That's not the same thing. Have you ever took the innards out of a turkey?
I have out of a chicken.
Chicken? Not a turkey, though. Only a man takes innards out of a turkey. Any pussy can take innards out of a chicken. I've skinned a beaver. Gee, a beaver has teeth like Esther Ranson. Did you know that?
No.
Yes,
I
it's
would
true.
imagine so. Sure, it cuts down trees.
And as soon as I saw the beaver, I went, oh my God, Esther Ranson lives. Anyway, the fellow who worked in Neighbours was on TV this morning. He was telling a couple that they had just won a holiday in Australia. The woman had a lovely little baby on her knee. He showed a video of all the different places in Australia that they'd be visiting. Then he turned to them and asked, so how do you feel about that? What do you think the wife said? Oh, that's great. We never have any luck whatsoever at all. I shouted at the TV, what's that in your knee, love? That wee baby, what's that in your knee? Is that not luck? Do you not appreciate that? So much for appreciating the miracle of birth. People don't realise the miracle of birth. Mr. Anderson, can you please ask Geordie if there is such a bird species as a bog bluter? Have you heard of this?
I would doubt that very much.
I would doubt that
wouldn't you?
very much indeed. A blitter. Now, blitter is an Ulster Scots word. Now, you would say a blitter up the arse. Would you say that?
No, you would
No,
say
stever up the
No, I
arse.
would say butter.
Blitter.
A
Blitter.
blitter.
What's a blitter?
I don't know. There was a man lived in our street and he had a nickname, and that's who was called Blitter.
Well, no, blitter has a specific meaning.
Yeah, but there was a time when you would describe a drunk man as being blittered.
Bluttered.
I was blittered last night.
Absolutely. But blitter singular?
Blitter?
A blitter present tense?
Blitter?
No, a noun, blitter? A blitter?
Blitter?
See, I don't know what that means.
I got bitter. He had an awful bitter up the field.
No, but that's not blitter.
No, bitter.
That's a blarge.
No,
You
there's a
blarge.
large.
If you get a football and you kick it really hard, you blarge it.
Yes.
Without any sense of direction or skill.
That was one of the rules when you're playing football.
No
when you go down the
blarging.
street, no blarging.
That's
Yes,
a man
and
who
no
runs at a ball
towing.
and-
You weren't allowed to toe the ball either.
No, a blarge is a man who runs at a ball and kicks it very, very hard in no specific direction, but hoping to hurt somebody with a rebound. That's a blarger. That's the fellow who kicks the ball 2 yards from you and hits you in the fork. The burning question of the day is, does an animal exist that has been denied by nature access to certain parts of its own body? Discuss and yawn. I have never been in my back garden, and nobody in our family has ever been in my back garden, really, because we just don't go out there. And the hedgehog decided that there was nobody living in the house, and the hedgehog decided that the back garden was his. It was a big thing. It was a big hedgehog. He used to come out and sit in the middle of it. And, he realised that nobody would ever come out, so it was great. I observed the hedgehog for many weeks, and unfortunately it went into hibernation and never came out again. I think it slept in. But it had some fleas, I'm telling you. It scratched 23 hours a day.
They don't scratch.
They do.
They do not.
They do.
They do not.
Listen, you don't
How
know
could a what do you call it thing again?
Hedgehog.
How could a hedgehog scratch?
Why
Should have
not?
cut the paws of himself.
It's got little tiny things that can get in between the quills.
Your drawers.
To leave my drawers out of this.
Hedgehog.
I want people to ring up and tell them that.
Are you trying to tell me a hedgehog with wee tiny legs? He can get away up the back of his neck and away up round the back of his back.
Hedgehogs are the same as us. Do you realise there is no part of your body that you can't reach?
A hedgehog. We're the only species that can do that.
There are parts of your
Hedgehog
body
can't
you're not
do that.
There are parts of your body you're not supposed to reach.
Hedgehogs. No, man.
Every animal can reach every part of his body one way or another.
A hedgehog doesn't
No
scratch.
animal exists. Well, a snake can't.
A snake can roll up and lick his back. Couldn't he?
Well, you see, there's no part of a snake's body that it can't get at some way or another with another part of its body. You see, if that was the case, you see, we couldn't function. I don't think there's any animal that has a body that has any part of it that they cannot. What about a giraffe?
A giraffe couldn't touch his bum. Could
It might be able to.
How could- no,
it could
it
bring his
can't.
front foot round.
It
might be able to
How
get
could
his
a
neck
giraffe?
down.
You
Might be able to lick his
you have
bum.
to- he could turn his neck around.
You see, you don't know.
sideways.
But you see, how could a... There's no way... You see, let's
What?
see. Could a giraffe get at the middle of its neck? Could it? By
No,
maybe it's...
well,
I bet you if it put its neck down and
Yeah.
put its back leg up, it could give it a bit of a scratch. You see, I can't think of any animal... Tortoise. Galapagos tortoise. Or Galapagos turtle, whatever. Galapagos tortoise. It can't get at itself. It could if it took its shell off. A strange hand has interfered with Coilus interruptus' entry on Wikipedia. It contains grave calumnies which, upon closer examination, resound with the ring of truth.
Raymond Finnegan, the lorry driver, says thank you for playing that version. He prefers that.
Raymond Finnegan is in again.
That's what I thought too.
Indeed.
There was a wee man called Raymond Finnegan. He grew whiskers on his chin again. The wind came out and blew them in again. Poor old Raymond Finnegan.
Finnegan's Wake.
Begin again.
Finnegan's Wake, James Joyce.
And
Did you ever try and read that?
no.
Very difficult.
And I prefer Willie Nelson and
But to James Joyce?
and Kimmy Rhodes
So do I.
version of it.
Here, listen, do you ever look at Wikipedia?
Fred Clark. A big thank you to Fred from his wife Jean. Thanks for everything, she says. All right. No.
What?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, did you ever look at it?
Yeah, from time to time. I can't say I haven't looked at it.
Do you know there was an entry in it about you, but it was erased, deleted recently? This man rescued it.
What?
No, this is true, yeah. I'll read it. Background. Sean Coyle is a multi-award-winning and much sought-after veteran radio broadcaster and celebrity from Derrystoke, London. No, this is true. This is genuine.
Get a grip.
I'm not making this up. No, people, you can write whatever you want on Wikipedia. You know that, don't you? Yeah.
No.
Some people work out on it. I mean, if I go on to Wikipedia and I go to my Wikipedia entry, I can change it.
Apparently, I had a Facebook.
Well, that's a different thing. His career, broadcasting.
No, I mean, a person was pretending to be me.
Oh, I know that. I know all about that. That was me. No, I know about that. That can happen. His career, which has spread over 3 decades. His communion money, which has been spread over 3 decades.
Well, you like that, don't you?
During which time he rose to become the most popular face on BBC Radio Ulster. You see, that's a little jab there. In a recent interview with Gay Byrne, Coyle tearfully recalled how Anderson repeatedly held back his succession within the corridors of Foyle Radio. Jerry was popular, but sniff. I always felt it was his envy of me, take tissue to right eye, that bore through when it came to activities in the radio. He was constantly at the management making claims of my theft of stationery. But this is true. You've stolen an awful lot of envelopes. I had to bring it to the attention of the people on the 6th floor. He even claimed that I put a computer monitor down my jumper and walked out pretending to be pregnant. All right. Coyle presents the biggest show in the country with hundreds of thousands of listeners in his 3 p.m. slot. Of course, that's true. A similar claim, that shows you how recent that was, because you didn't do a 3 p.m. slot. When did you start your 3 p.m. slot?
A year ago.
Just to get away from Hugo. Mm-hmm. A year ago.
Uh-huh.
Is it that long?
It is indeed.
My, how the time flies. A similar claim that fellow host Stephen Nolan falsely holds on to. Nolan and Coyle's relations have soured in recent years over the claims and came to a head one night after a bitter on-air row on Radio 5 witnessed by the entire nation. Following requests to run for Parliament and the Irish presidency, Coyle says no and has appeared to settle into a joint role with Anderson in the morning slot. Whilst the two seem to have put the past behind them, it remains to be seen how long this will last. You know, I regret it now not running for the presidency.
There's a man on one.
7 years, that would do me. You know? And you get free grub. Were you ever in Ars Nocturna?
I wasn't.
You were indeed. Oh, you were?
No, I wasn't.
Were you not?
No.
Well, did you not tell me you were?
I did not tell you I was.
I don't recall going to Ars.
I certainly don't remember if I was there.
If I have been in Ars Nocturna, I certainly don't
remember the president.
She's coming to the President of Ireland, Mary McAleese. She's coming to Derry, Stoke Londonderry, I think, tomorrow.
Yes.
She's going up to visit David Latimer.
Yes.
In is Christchurch, the First Presbyterian Church?
First Presbyterian.
That'll be nice.
I'm going.
What?
I'm going. I've been invited.
You've been invited? By whom?
By Reverend David.
Why did he not invite me?
I don't know.
I wonder why. Because after all, the President's a friend of mine. Nature, wild and red in tooth and claw, is often laid bare in this programme. No sentimentalist he, Geordie Tuft, tells it like it is. Warts, berries and all.
Could you please ask Geordie, does he know why this is? Why is there berries on the bush?
Because Mother Nature has decided that there shall be red berries on her bush. That's the way things are. Geordie, why is there red berries in her bush?
Because, Jerry, it's on its own. It needs a wee mate.
The bush needs a mate?
It's on its own.
There you are.
And it's putting out, like, clean, itself and say, maybe I'll get a mate here.
It's saying help. It's like a man wearing a wig.
That's right.
Yeah, looking for attention.
And well, that's what it is.
It's like Omo. You know that story you tell off.
My wee rusty hobo.
No, Geordie, no. It's another thing entirely. What was the other query? On the phone, did you say?
No, wait a minute. The line dropped out. Hold on.
Dropped out.
Eh?
The line dropped out.
The stoat? What about the stoat?
What about the stoat?
Yes. Oh, Rodney wanted to ask Geordie about the stoat.
Why don't you just give him Rodney's number?
No, you see, that's you, Oliver. Why don't you go away and just have a good rub at your head?
Stop it. We had a lot of stoat talk yesterday. Didn't we get enough stoat talk yesterday? Why have to bring it up, drag it up again?
Because Rodney, is that Rodney, Emma? Rodney wants to talk to Geordie. He got no satisfaction whatsoever from you.
Is he there now?
Because you're in one of your own moods.
I'm not in one of my moods. I just don't realise why. You know what the BBC said? Delivering quality first. Well, delivering repetition first.
She's away.
The other person.
See, hung up, you see.
Yeah,
we're trying. That's you, because people are now afraid of you. People feel a friendly voice with Geordie, and they feel as though they can ask Geordie questions, and he helps them. You, old grumpy head.
Redhead.
Old redhead. What's wrong with you today?
There's nothing wrong with me
Yes,
today.
there is. There's something wrong with you.
I just don't see why you must
No,
always
because you were complaining the other day, and I'm not going to say what it was. Don't you worry now. Don't worry.
About that other thing?
You said to me you can't get a good
Stop it.
Yeah, you understand?
Okay.
There's something trapped in you, and you can't. You know what I'm
Stop
talking
it.
about.
Stop it.
And you know.
Stop it. That's
And
enough.
that's what's wrong with you.
I know,
You've
it's all
trapped
right.
wind.
Stop it. It's not that.
That's probably what's making your head red.
Leave my head
Probably
out
on
of it.
fire, and inside you're like a volcano about to erupt. That fart's going to come out through your head.
That'll be a first.
That's what's going to happen to you.
I've got an angry head.
You've got trapped wind.
My head might erupt. Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow.